You will never be considered more mean than a person that you don't let run over you no more. Okay.
Listen.
Than a person that you don't let manipulate you. Than a person that you don't let access you in the same way that they used to. You are never gonna be considered more mean to a person that them yeses start turning into no's and maybes. That is probably actually what is going on.
Yeah.
When you have been a people pleaser and kind and sweet and you did not have boundaries, and now you start having boundaries, people are gonna start, they only want you in the capacity that benefited them before. Now a lot of people can walk into you in their new stages and your new light. A lot of people want, and they want you just where they met you, and they want you in the capacity that benefited them. So I'm not surprised at all that you're starting to feel guilty and anxious about setting boundaries, because now people are interacting with you differently. Welcome back to Dear Tisia and our new channel. I forgot to mention that the last episode. Our new channel, as you all know, I'm still a part of Relationship Restored fam, but we are now placed under Tisia XVS YouTube channel. So make sure to go there, like and subscribe, as well as the Relationship Restored channel. We have some subscription reminders. We want you to follow Dear Tisia podcast under the Tisia XVS channel on Apple and Spotify. We want you to leave a 5-star review. 5, okay? I've been loving the reviews lately. And subscribe to Relationship Restored channel as well. We have some goals of 50,000 followers on Apple Podcasts. Make sure to hit follow. Don't just go on there and listen. Make sure to hit follow. We need 1,000 reviews. We've already surpassed 500, so thank y'all. And then we need 100,000 subscribers on both channels. Easy peasy, right? Okay, period. We have Miss Bree in the peanut gallery. Bree is so adorable, y'all. Like, she is just a great human. Okay, so I always introduce, in case you listened to the last episode, I introduce how I met the guest in the peanut gallery. And Bree and I met at a content mixer where we're talking about how, like, basically just like being content creators. And so we met at a content mixer and ended up living in the same area. So
she wore the
now we're locked
cutest
in for
green
life.
blazer, y'all. It was
Look,
so
now
cute.
we're locked in for life. Okay, we're locked in for life. But great energy, great energy. Okay, so a listener review. I love these, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have been so kind. This podcast is just what the girls needed to see, and the perfect way to elevate your platform. The way in which you have tapped into central issues that women in this dating world face is epic. As a therapist, I have sent some clients to follow you, as there are just some things they need to hear in the way you say it, and there is only so much keep it real that my professional ethics will allow me. Keep up the amazing job, and I love how you actually listened to the feedback and adjusted the segments as necessary. Yes, I really, honestly, literally when I started reading this, I'm like, she's a professional. This sounded so intentional. I really, really, really appreciate this. Vicarious Vacay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Voicemail number 1 in our Dear Tisia segment. Single mom, new city, and ready for love again.
Dear Tisia, I just want to say I love your podcast. I love what you're doing. Thank you for the videos. It has gotten me through a lot of things and situations. I'm 33 years old. I recently moved to a new state. I have no family around. It's just me and my son. He's 6 years old. I work 2 jobs and I'm in school pursuing my master's. I'm very much focused on what I have going on. However, if I'm being honest, I truly do desire to find love again someday. I just want to know, how do I balance bringing people into my life? I feel like I've been single for so long that it's kind of hard for me to open up to people because I'm nervous. And yes, I've dated, but nobody has met my son. My son has not seen me with any man besides his dad, and we haven't been together since he was 1, so he probably doesn't even remember it. However, I am a true believer that he deserves to see his mom be loved on properly and correctly. I just want to know if you have any tips or pointers on how to pursue this safely, because as we know, the world nowadays is very, very scary, and I just don't allow just anyone around him, even as a friend. So I'm trying to find the balance. I'm wondering if I'm too headstrong or if I'm on the right path or if I'm blocking my own blessings, because I have met people, but I also feel like no one has been worthy to take it that far, let alone let them in my house. So thank you. Let me know what you think. Love you. Bye.
Love you, mean it.
Did she say where she's from? It sounded
No,
like a
she said
little
she
New
just moved
York
into a new city.
accent. Okay.
So I didn't quite hear where she was from. So she did actually offer. She's like, let me know if I'm being too headstrong. I hear this from single women all the time. Y'all, relax. It is going to be okay. And this is like actually no shade and not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but it is single women, no kids, beautiful jobs, looking good, gray hair on their shoulders, that's having an issue dating.
Yeah.
Okay. You are talking about you having a child and you're having a issue dating. We got a long way. You're going to go through a whole bunch of frogs, okay, before you get to the person that's ready to meet your son. So I just say, number one, just relax, okay? You want to start, in my opinion, I always say, what has helped me the most is like when I thought about like my biggest morals and ethics and the foundation that I wanted in a partner, I started becoming that person. Like when it came to patience, let me tell y'all, my patience was maybe low. And God still ain't through with me yet because, okay, I had low patience, a short fuse, very judgy. I think I was quick to kind of just cut off and just shut off. And I realized, like, what did I want in a partner? One first thing, patient, kind, blah, blah, blah. And I was halfway. I wasn't a mirror of that. So just start becoming the person that you want. And I think that you will attract great people. You're gonna feel it in your bones when it's time for somebody to meet this 6-year-old boy, okay, this baby boy, your son. You're gonna feel it in your bones. It's gonna be like, wow, he's responsible, he's a stand-up guy, he's dependable. A good man, the right man that's coming into the life of a single mom that has a son is not gonna play around, okay? And you have to set that precedent. Like, you need to make sure that this person is like good spirited and reliable, dependable. He does what he says he's gonna do. Like, he's gentle. He's talking about blending lives together and all of this kind of stuff. You know, even just you went to that restaurant, did he bring a cheeseburger back for that baby? Like things like that. Like you really want to see what kind of man this is. And so we got a little bit of time before we get there. But in the meantime, I think like protecting your son from that category in general, but just really getting to know yourself. I think that moving to a new city is such a clean slate. You know, like you may not know a lot of people, and I know that you may have your guard up because you've been single for so long, but this is actually the time to like play around a little bit. I have reinvented myself so many times. And it's actually one of my most fun things to do. I love to wake up and say, you know what? Haha, let's do this again. Like, and I will literally like rebrand in 30 days. Like, I'm just like, I'm not doing this anymore. I don't want to be that person anymore. I don't want to. I love doing that. And I think that we should like relish in that. Like, you should really take this as an opportunity to like revamp yourself and really like even spiritually, emotionally, financially, physically, just do like a really good deep clean and frolic in that city. Now, we don't know where you at. We don't know where you at, but frolic in that city, have a good time. And when you meet the right guy, you're going to see the dad. The potential dad in him.
I really resonated with her voicemail because I was raised by a single mom, and she reminds me a lot of what it sounds like this woman is, like very hardworking, headstrong. My mom was putting herself through school, working 2 jobs at the time, had me, my brother, and some foster care kids. And so we were just She was doing it all by herself. One thing that I wish my mom did better was not bringing men around. And because this scenario is, she's like, I have a 6-year-old, and it's like, am I being too headstrong? Like, should I be more active with like finding someone to bring to him, or like, do I just play it cool right now, or take the long game or play the long game? And my thing is, as a child, especially at the age of 6, this is where kids really start to pay attention. They know what's going on. And so I think there is a balance to living your life, having fun, dating, and exploring yourself as an adult. That is a whole different other role and responsibility. Being a mother is another one. And I think the question is, when your son grows up, what is he going to remember about you? And right now, he's just seeing you be the best mom. And, you showing up in that way is amazing. And like I said, as I got older, I realized, I was like, my dating life was hindered a little bit because I was doing what my mom did, which was letting people in way too soon, giving people grace way too much, and allowing people to take and consume my space when they didn't necessarily deserve it yet or work for it. And so the dynamic is different because I was a girl being raised by a single mom. This is a boy being raised by a single mom. Yeah. So to Tisia's point, when we're talking about the type of man that is being brought around, it's going to take time to find that man, or you could find him tomorrow, but it's going to take time to make sure that that is the man to bring in front of your child. So I think as long as you do it with care and think of, is this going to be a father figure for my son? That will eliminate all questions that you have. And, someone might be in your space for a season and a reason, and it may not be lifelong, but how you navigate that, your son will remember. And as long as it's not a bunch of people all the time, you got to remember that, like, he is your child, okay? So like, you do what you need to do for you. He just wants to see you happy.
Yeah, that's so true. And children do remember. They remember. Sure. And I have so many women in my girls chat, and when they finally left their fathers or got divorced, the kids were like, thank God. Thank you. Like, we are so glad that you got out of that. And these be these kids' fathers, you know, like, not no stepdaddies or anything like that. So I think it's, that's really important what you said. Like, these kids just want to see you happy, and everything else will fall in line. But also, I just feel compelled to add that, like, I think Dre and I were just talking about this the last couple episodes ago, and it was about how, like, men don't see a positive role model until like 15 or like a teenager plus. Like, girl, put that baby in them sports, send him to summer camp, put him in the youth church, okay? Like, get some men around your 6-year-old, because I think it'll also put less pressure to like connect and find, like, I think it'll just lighten the load a little bit. Have some healthy men around him that have great leadership, outside the household, and then focus on making sure that you feel good about dating, like, you're in a new city, like, girl, this is gonna be really good. And
she sounds so like level-headed.
Level-headed.
Like, girl, like, don't overthink it.
You want to get your master's, you going to school, like,
listen,
girl, we trust you. I trust you gonna do right. I trust you gonna do right. Our second voicemail, he said, prove you can have a baby, then played in her face.
Excuse me? Press play.
This already sound wrong.
Dear Tisia, I wanted to share a story. I had a friend who had a boyfriend, and she left him when he was broke. And then he got rich, moved out of the country, became a baller. He called her and wooed her back, talking about, I'm going to take care of you. And the reason why I left you was because you want to have my babies. And I need you to prove that you can have a kid before I bring you into this life, quote unquote, that I've created for myself. And I guess, like, he wanted her to go have a baby with somebody that wasn't him. So she went out and had a one-night stand, got pregnant by some man she didn't know. And he was like, okay, I'm coming back. We're going to get married in 7 months. He was excited, happy. And then 7 months later, she called him, and he basically, like, played at her face, talking about because you left me while I was broke, that's what you get. And I just thought, people do be playing in your face real bad.
What in the Lifetime movie?
we need a moment of silence for this. What?
What?
What in the Lifetime movie? That is hilarious.
Oh my gosh. You have to be a plum fool. There is no man on this earth, no amount of money that will prove you can get pregnant, and you did it.
I thought at worst he was gonna say like go to the doctor, like
That's what
let
I'm
me know
thinking.
that your ovaries is
Or I don't
full.
want to use protection anymore. Let's start trying. Like prove the minute you can.
What?
She went and got a one night stand, got pregnant.
There is so much to unpack here.
You know, at first when she said she left him when he was broke, we don't know like what that was or what that was about, you know. But then like, you know, he's gonna take care of me. This man was this is the bitter man that we talked about. Like this was like a whole play, and he knew he wasn't gonna be with that girl or marry her or anything like that. I think that this was like a power play on him, and it was kind of giving nan. Oh, you left me when I was broke, and now look.
Yeah.
And he was just trying to see if you was still dumb enough for him to come back. I'm so sorry, but girl, it is no way that I'm gonna try to prove to be with you want. This is like is this
I'm still struggling to like believe that this is real.
This what I'm saying. And you went and got pregnant for real and thought you was gonna live happily ever after with this man in the house with the baby.
First of all, it goes beyond a man's natural design to tell a woman to go and have babies with another man. If anything, a man will have multiple wives so he has more more babies himself than to be like, I love you and I want to be with you. So go get knocked up and then I'll take care of you and that man's baby. Like, I'm so confused as to why she would believe that.
Let me tell you too that I don't think we recognize as women like the signs of sexual abuse. Like
Yeah,
this is abusive actually.
absolutely.
You know, and I have had so many experiences with women, and I was like, he did what? Do you know that that's like abuse? Do you know that like manipulation and bribing you to have sex is actually you did not consent to that? Like,
Yeah.
do you know like this is actually abuse? Go and get pregnant by somebody, and then like this are all things wrong. So sorry to your friend. I'm really sorry that happened to her, but also like, girl, you gotta wake up. There is
Yeah.
no way a man convinced you to do this and you thought you was gonna come back and be with this man. You gotta wake up, y'all. I mean, some things are like, whoa, I'm so sorry. But some things are like, girl, are you okay?
This is
Are
silly.
you well? Like, this is like blatantly a man convinced you to go to prove that you can get pregnant, and you thought you was gonna be with the man happily ever after with the new baby from another man.
Even if, let's say, he did take her and they're out here living their happy ever after life, the emotional, mental trauma that you should have as a woman who went out and purposely had a signed baby daddy, essentially, because now it's like, so are y'all co-parenting? Are you lying to the man? Does he know he has a baby? Like, this poor child, it makes absolutely no sense. Mommy and daddy, how did you meet? Well, your dad was broke. I left him. He got rich. He made me have sex with a stranger to make you. And now here we are. Like, what?
Yeah. But also, man, like you didn't see any, like we gotta see the red flags and things. That is so, imagine a man moving away, making all this money, coming back. It's like, babe, I love you. I want to be with you. Let's try this again. But first, this is what you gotta do.
It's literally given Lifetime. This is something
This
you
has
would
got
see
to
on
be a
Lifetime.
lifetime movie. God bless her.
Mm.
God bless her. You know,
Mm.
God bless her. I try to have empathy, but sometimes it's like, girl,
Come on now.
you gotta wake up. This is unnecessary. Okay, voicemail number 3. Am I mean or just setting boundaries?
Dear Tisia, I just want to say, first of all, you're doing wonderful. I tune in every week to your podcast. I love all the advice you give. And yeah, just keep doing a great job. So I just wanted to write in because I'm new to this self love, getting to know what I want out of life, and just knowing my worth. And in that, me creating boundaries has been very hard because I feel like me creating boundaries, I feel like it's a sense of me being mean, and that's the back backlash I've been getting back is I'm a very mean person when really I'm very nice and very sweet and very outgoing. I'm very selfish. I'll give a person the shirt on my back if I have to. But I guess my question is, how do I stand up for myself but also not be rude to other people? I feel like that's really my difficulty right now. It's like I try to tell people how I feel, but I hate confrontation. I don't like getting into it with people. My anxiety runs very high with that. So I just wanted to know your advice with that and how do I deal with that?
So is it that she's kind, but people are now saying that she's mean?
Because
I'm
she
like,
set boundaries. That's what it sounded like.
she's struggling to stand firm without feeling like a villain. Okay. She's always been sweet and giving, but setting boundaries now. Okay, got it.
Mm-hmm.
She's known to be sweet and giving,
Mm-hmm.
but now she's setting boundaries that's now triggering anxiety and guilt. So she's struggling to stand firm without feeling like a villain.
And it sounds like this is not just in a romantic setting, but also probably with like friends, family, just like people in general.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. You will never be considered more mean than a person that you don't let fucking run over you no more. Okay.
Listen.
Than a person that you don't let manipulate you. Than a person that you don't let access you in the same way that they used to. You are never going to be considered more mean to a person that them yeses start turning into no's and maybes. That is probably actually what is going on.
Yeah.
When you have been a people pleaser and kind and sweet and you did not have boundaries and now you start having boundaries, people are going to start, they only want you in the capacity that benefited them before. Now, a lot of people can walk into you in their new stages and your new light. A lot of people want you just where they met you, and they want you in the capacity that benefited them. So I'm not surprised at all that you're starting to feel guilty and anxious about setting boundaries because now people are interacting with you differently. My encouragement to you is that this is like I have weird random analogies, but this is just like the practice period, right? You're practicing, and right now you're sweating, you're getting up early in the morning, you have sleepless nights, you're doing double practices, you are like your body is just burnt out. That is what you're doing now. You're now setting boundaries, right? And this is like the gritty practice that you're having. But then you get up to that bat and you see how hard you hit that ball, right? And now you like, that was all worth it. I am so glad that I was practicing. I was so glad when them kids went home and went to sleep that I was the one up in the middle of the night watching game tape or whatever the case may be, right? But so many times people don't make it to see how hard they could swing the bat because they don't have any discipline and they run down by anxiety and guilt. I'm trying to tell you. But the moment that you see how hard you could swing and hit that ball, right, you are never going to go back to a codependent, people pleasing. You're going to move with so much strength. And also what people don't understand is that there's empathy and boundaries.
Yeah.
You ever see these mamas say, you must have big feelings right now. You still ain't getting this fucking iPad, okay? But I see that you have big feelings right now. And it must be hard that you can't play on this iPad. You get what I'm saying? And I think that there's a way to have empathy with people that don't understand you now and set boundaries at the same time. And so I think that there is also a component of empathy where you have to be like, wow, this person is now experiencing me in a new way. And they're also grieving the old version of myself. And there's always space for empathy, but they're still not getting the damn iPad, right? You still not going to be able to use and abuse me and walk over me. But you know, these are now my boundaries. And so I think I would say to have a little bit of empathy and still stand firm on your boundaries, and also go through this practice period that seems like so much grit and grunt and just mud on that uniform. But when you see how you can swing that, there's so much joy and victory and just like personal gains that you get from setting boundaries that I think that people don't make it to. So many people just don't have enough discipline and they fold. So that's just my encouragement.
Well, my thing is self-discipline is the best form of self-love. And I think when you're in relationships, the only people who will think that you are being mean by standing firm in your boundaries are people who don't know your heart, people who don't know your goals, people who don't know what you're striving towards. So there's two things that could be going wrong, right? It could be that you're not communicating well, because these people, if you just all of a sudden have these boundaries, and now someone may think, what did I do to this person? Did I offend them? Like something happened to where the switch up is happening to me, which if they're not aware of why you're creating these boundaries, that could feel like you are being mean or unkind. So I do think sharing with the people you love, like, hey, this is something I've been dealing with. I'm creating boundaries because I'm working on becoming a better version of myself. This is what my boundaries entail. This is what I'm working on. Those people will never look at you like you're mean if they care about you, right? If there are any jealousy, or if there's, just weird dynamics where someone doesn't want to see you win, they might give you that energy of like, dang, you kind of being mean. But it sounds like from her voicemail that what she's saying is that she's almost dealing with her own insecurity of like, I don't want to come across as mean. And so again, I think that the communication thing would kind of nip that in the butt, because I was that same person. I recently, well, not recently, but like within this year, switched to being a 5 a.m. wake up person, right? Waking up at 5 a.m. means I need to be in my bed by 8. Me and Dre actually bumped it up to 7:30. So we have more time to like spend with each other, watch TV, and just kind of unwind. But we need to be asleep by 9 o'clock in order to get our rest. So that means saying no to go into things during the week. That means saying no to people who want to hang out and go to random dinners on a weekday. That means saying no to someone who is calling my phone at 10 p.m. at night. But because I've communicated to the people I care about that I've made this shift because it makes me feel good about myself. It's helping me with my confidence and just my everyday life and my relationship. We both like the 5 a.m. They don't feel like I'm being unkind. If anything, they're checking in on my progress and asking how I'm doing and how can they support me. So I think that that's a major key point. Communicate what you're trying to do. Remember, self-discipline is the best form of self-love, and the people who care about you will support that.
Yeah, and absolutely, absolutely. And to all of that, and to add on to what you said, when people do know your heart and they still find discontent with what you're doing, get them people out of there.
Bye.
I'm telling you, get them out of there quick. Fire fast. When people do know your heart and you have communicated to them that you are on a new mission and you on this self-healing, self-growth journey, and you want to start being sharper, you want to get your fitness in check, and they still have discontent that they are on the outskirts of your life a little bit more than where they used to be, get them out of there.
That's a them problem.
That's
not
a them
you
problem. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Okay. Good luck to you. Good for you. Good for you. Our bitch you smell good segment. So the funniest thing is that I made a decant for Brie to smell this, and because this bottle is not clear, I forgot that it's an empty. I just sprayed this. It's actually, oh, there's something in here. It's kind of an empty, low key. Anyways, this is Tiziana Terenzi Cabria. Anyways, y'all know pronunciation police will be blocked, okay? But this has pear. Y'all, put this in my casket, okay? I cannot express. This is probably one of my biggest compliment getters. This has pear, green apple, Sicilian melon, mint, cut grass, black currant. The middle notes are Indian sambac jasmine, Bulgarian rose, heliotrope, ambergris. The base notes are Lebanese cedarwood, Tuscan birchwood, Haitian vanilla, and musk. I'm not even sure if you got a spray. Probably didn't come.
No,
out
I
there.
did. I did.
Oh, you did?
It's
y'all,
given Dubai.
This is so freaking good. You know, there are so many there are fragrances that just the blend you cannot replicate. This fragrance is blended so well, and the melody of the top, middle, and base notes are just divine. And I felt like there are just such quality selection of notes in this fragrance. And I'm telling you, men, stop me. wearing this. It is so freaking good. Now it's grown because y'all know I like smelling like a man. This don't smell like a man, but it is definitely deep oud. The musk that's in there is giving you that musk. The base notes are just like beast mode. Like literally, you're gonna have beast. Like this lasts so long, you have to watch it out of your clothes. I'm telling you, y'all don't listen to nothing that I say. Also, Tisia Serenity, call me. One time I posted about this and she wrote me back on Instagram. I was like, girl, okay. So Miss Terenzi, call me. I got so many of these. Like I'm talking about so many in that collection. I love, 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 love this fragrance house. It is just so good. Anyways, y'all, go get it. Go get it. Go to Joma Shop. Okay. Joma Shop, you owe me a check too. Joma Shop. You're gonna get a good deal on it. Anyways, segment 3 is our red flag report. Okay. David Justice and the Motherly Standard. David Justice and the Motherly Standard. Former MLB star David Justice is catching heat after recent comments about his his ex-wife Halle Berry resurfaced online. An August 7th appearance on All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson, Justice reflected on their 4-year marriage in the 90s and questioned whether Berry seemed motherly enough at the time. I'm a Midwest guy, so in my mind, I'm thinking a wife should cook, clean, be traditional, he explained. Oh, I want to say something so bad. Okay. Then I'm thinking, okay, if we have kids, is this woman I want to have kids with and build a family with? At that time, she don't cook, don't clean, don't really seem like motherly. And then we started having issues. Justice added that the marriage may have survived if he had known about therapy, saying we never had any major issues. I was just young and had only been in one real relationship before her. The comments sparked debate, especially since Berry, now 59, a mother of 2, has long kept her side of that relationship private. While she didn't address Justice directly, she did a post-birthday photo dump just days later with the caption, whew, cooking, cleaning, and mothering. Fans quickly interpreted it as a light but pointed clapback. Justice has been married to his current wife Rebecca since 2001. Berry, meanwhile, has been in a relationship with singer Van Hunt since 2020, and the two plan to marry soon. Questions to explore. You want me to read this, Dre? First of all, you didn't know whether she cooked, clean, or whatever before you married this woman? This is the shit that be killing me. Find somebody that is in alignment with you. There is somebody out there for everybody. My thing is that I'm sure she didn't stop cooking when she married you. She never cooked or cleaned. If that is a value of yours, there are men out here that they're willing to cook and clean too. It's not just all on the woman, and they don't really run a traditional household. Yeah. So why didn't you find somebody that was in alignment with you? Also, I think that, this ain't Holly's first rodeo, and I think she's now finding that I think she's probably just being herself now and finding people that are more in alignment, because the clapback epic. Baby, I'm in a Port of France. I'm in the I don't have time for that. I am on this man's boat. I am in Italy. I don't know where she was, but it was a beautiful view. Okay. Cooking, cleaning. This is the life that this is the life that I'm living. You talking about some slaving over a hot stove. So that's just really my qualm of what he says. I can't stand, sometimes, I'm not sure what he does. He was a former MLB, Major League Baseball star. But a lot of times when people don't got motion, they start coming back out talking about old stuff. Yeah. It's like, imagine being married and now you out talking about Halle Berry. Like, yeah, I just don't like that. I just don't like that. What do you think?
I feel like you said it all, girl. I mean, honestly, I don't get how people can get into a marriage and not know who you're marrying. So to what you said, I'm like, yeah, I just don't get it. And then it's almost like that thing of like you just trying to be relevant again.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's given, is that you dried up, you want to be in these tabloids, you know. It was just unnecessary.
Oh, that's the new family.
Let me see.
And she looks
they're
motherly.
really cute though. They're a really cute
The mother,
family.
is she a black woman? No.
She not black?
I don't think so. Them kids look at them. Yeah, exactly. But you know, she motherly is a low blow though.
That is. Mm-hmm.
That's a low blow to tell a woman
Do they
that
have
she's
children
not
together?
motherly. No.
No, okay.
I don't think she has. She doesn't have kids with him. But you knew who she was.
Yeah.
Unreasonable. I think you knew who she was, and now you out here talking about some. She didn't cook or clean when you met her. Hopefully, the wife that you have now does.
I'm also
Okay.
just confused because I'm like, it's Halle Berry. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
And okay, now we're here. That's also my thing is that I can't lie. Oh no, let me shut up because I was about to say, did them coins give housewife?
Right.
But you know, MLB is the highest sport, paying sport ever.
Mm-hmm.
So did them coins match what you wanted her to do?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about some cooking and cleaning and traditional. Did the coin support? And I think they could have.
Yeah.
He probably had a coin back in the day.
Yeah.
He probably got one now. Well, you gotta you gotta be able to support what you want. You know, if you don't want her to work, you gonna pay. You know, you gonna pay some of these bills. So, anyways, I think it was a little bit for clout, and also you have to know what you're getting. People don't change when you're in a marriage, and when you think about marriage, it's like if this person never evolved, could I deal with them right now with them how they are? So, anyways. Sorry to that man. God bless both of the unions. But you know, Halle Berry turned down that proposal.
From who?
The band.
Oh.
Van Hunt. Remember that? You remember that?
So that's the
Van
man
Hunt,
that...
the new man.
Okay.
She turned down the proposal.
When was this?
Recently. This was like 6 months ago. 6-8 months ago.
She ain't trying to be nobody's housewife.
He proposed and she turned it down.
She's been married so many times, she said she ain't feel like any man.
How many times has she been married?
Let me tell you this. Well,
I feel her. It's like
it never is and I know that it's, but men need that to conquer. Mm-hmm. And Holly, don't make them wait too long. I've seen this. You remember Evelyn Lozada? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Evelyn. It's a good season, Basketball Wives, LA on right now. Evelyn, she was just engaged. And she didn't move forward with the marriage. They broke off the engagement because she didn't like that man at all. But he was just like, I want to get married. And he just, so Holly, don't make the man wait too long, you know. Even if he proposed to you, I think he thought that it could, maybe you hadn't really
I just think that's interesting. You would think you would talk about, if for someone that's been married so many times, you think you would ask, like, do you want to get married again? You know, and if her answer is no, why are you proposing?
Yeah, I think, he may not have really asked. It's probably just something that she really kind of stayed away from. Yeah. But you think Oprah ain't told Stedman that she don't want to? We ain't never heard that Stedman proposed because he already know what's up. Yeah. That's not what she wants.
To be fair, if I was dating Halle Berry, I would propose. I don't care how many times she been married. I'd be like, I'm going to shoot my shot. So.
Why?
She's Halle Berry. I have a girl crush on Halle Berry. I would get on a knee.
I would. Halle Berry. I don't want to say too much, but all I'm going to say is Mariah Carey, Kim Kardashian, Janet Jackson, Halle Berry.
What does that mean?
They've all had 3 to 4 marriages.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, what is it?
J-Lo.
Oh, J-Lo too. Dang.
So y'all be thinking it, and these are literally rated the most beautiful women in the world. J-Lo, Halle Berry, Kim Kardashian, Mariah Carey. Literally 3, 4, 5 marriages. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of energy.
Yeah, y'all be thinking it's sweet. Some ain't. Some
cute girls be jacked up too, you know.
That's what I'm trying to say. So maybe he is trying to lock it down, but I think she kind of like. Been there, done that. Anyways, God bless him. God bless him.
She
God
living
bless
her
him.
best life.